Welcome everyone to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. And thank you for joining us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And with that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter. So if our representative from Full Sail University can join us, please.
Thank you, and hello everybody. Let me just get my screen shared real quick. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right. So my name is Emily Miller. I'll give you my contact information at the end if you have any additional questions. But again, I'm here from Full Sail University, and Full Sail, if you haven't heard of us, is an entertainment, media, art, and technology school located down in Orlando, Florida. So I'm going to start off by showing you a quick video of our programs, and I'll kind of introduce you to who we are, and then I'll give you some more details. So you can see at the end there, it said, if you are serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. Full Sail is a school all about creative dreams. We deal with programs in the entertainment industry. We actually have 54 bachelor's degrees right now that you can choose from, either online or on campus, and they fall into one of these different categories. So some of our very popular programs are recording arts, film, game design, simulation and visualization, which is all about VR and AR technology. It spans the whole gamut of the entertainment industry. So if you have any of those dreams or passions and they fall into one of these categories, just let me know. I can give you some more details about those degree programs. But this is what we do at Full Sail, and all of our programs are a little different than you may expect. So the first thing is that each program is accelerated. Instead of taking 4 years for a bachelor's degree, it only takes about 2. If you're an on-campus student, you could graduate in as little as 20 months. If you were an online student, as little as 29 months. But either way, you're moving through quickly. That gives you 2 extra years to get into the industry sooner than your competition. The next thing is we have a rolling admissions. You can apply throughout the year, but we also start a new class of students every single month throughout the year. So you don't have to wait for the next semester to start. You just have to wait a couple more weeks, and then you can start whenever you're ready. Up at the top, come back anytime. We have a really cool feature for our graduates where you can come back and retake classes in your field for free for the rest of your life. This is important as technology changes, like game consoles or cameras for making movies. You want to make sure you're up to date on that technology, so you can come back, relearn that, and make sure you're still relevant in your industry. And once you're a graduate, again, you can do that for free. And then last but not least, we have a big focus on preparing for your future career. So each student does some career modules like resume writing, networking, things like that to get ready to apply for jobs. And they also create a portfolio through the life of their program that they can give as a collection of their best work as they are applying for those jobs. And our graduates have gone on to do some pretty cool things throughout the years. We've had some award-winning grads since last January in 2020. We had 140 graduates that were credited on Oscars last year. This year we had 57 credited on Grammys. That's actually incorrect. We got a new stat today from the Grammys this past weekend. It's 59, so close. And then back in December, we had 271 of our grads that were nominated on Game Award-winning games, including The Last of Us 2, which was Game of the Year. And aside from that, here are just a few examples of companies that our graduates have gone on to work for. So some of these are big name companies like Disney, Pixar, that's huge. Blizzard, a huge gaming company, HBO, but then also maybe sports teams or smaller companies, things like that. So As a graduate, you could expect to go and work in a lot of different areas of the industry, including companies like this. And our career development department is here to support you. Not only could you come back and retake these classes, but they're also there to help you as you apply for jobs throughout the rest of your life. Out of lack of time, I'm going to skip through this slide, but if you have questions about any of these things that are showing up, just let me know. I do want to take a moment and talk to you about our clubs and organizations. We do have many, especially for our on-campus students. A few that are my favorite are our Collegiate DECA business program. We also have a creative writing club and a cosplay club that I really like. But probably our most popular program, at least right now, or our activity, is our Armada Esports League. This is our competitive collegiate esports league on our campus. We actually have an esports arena called the Fortress, and that is the largest esports arena on a college campus in the United States. So if you are a gamer and you're pretty good at it, you could always come to Full Sail and be a part of our Full Sail Armada team. If this seems like it's something that would suit you well, you're an entertainment, creative mind type of person, then the next step you would want to take is getting in touch with our admissions department. The first step is to do an admissions interview, especially if you're a senior, and then apply for scholarships. We have a scholarship guide on our website, and we actually have 2 huge full tuition scholarships right now, both centered around technology. This would be for students going into programs like web development, simulation and visualization. Again, that's VR, AR, mobile development, game development, things like that. So this is for current seniors and juniors. Again, it's a full tuition scholarship. If you have questions about this, just let me know. And last but not least, if you are interested in more information, you can always scan the QR code here. You could also reach out to me. My email is elmiller@fullsail.com. You can see it right here. I'll also drop that in the chat section. So thank you all for being here tonight. And if you have any questions, again, just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our representative from Full Sail University. Now, if I could have our representative from Cairn University join us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Let me just share my screen really quick. One moment, sorry. Okay, so it's actually not working right now for some reason. So I will just continue. So hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Martha and I'm an admissions counselor for Cairn University. Our school is located in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. I'm just going to go through some key things that we are going to identify to consider when looking at Cairn. These are some of the elements that make up who we are as an institution and will also give you more insight into our university. So the first thing is our mission statement. I don't have it up, but if you check out our website, you definitely will be able to see it. But pretty much when introducing people to Cairn University, the first thing that we do is introduce them to our mission statement. It's pretty much who we are as a university and also what we want our students to exemplify and carry out. For those of you who don't know, we are a Christian, 4-year private Christian college. So what's nice about Cairn is the fact that you don't have to choose between a biblical foundation and academic excellence here at Cairn. We require about 30 credits of Bible and theology that are integrated into every program that you do. Whether that's business, biology, fine arts, you will receive both a biblical education that prepares you both professionally and also personally as well. The second thing is location and community. This is super important when looking at a college. Our Cairn campus is in the suburbs of Philadelphia. We're about an hour and a half away from New York and about 2.5 hours away from Washington, D.C. The best part about our campus is the fact that we are in a quiet neighborhood with lots of trees and places to sit outside. We also have a pond that a lot of our students like to hammock and fish and just hang out at. So it's a great location in the fact that we are just a short train ride away from Philadelphia as well. So a lot of our students will have the opportunities for sports, food, job internships, and ministries, which definitely helps out students to acclimate when they come to Cairn. Another big thing is our statistics. We do have over 70+ programs that we offer here at Cairn. This is kind of what makes us different in terms of experience here at Cairn. We always say that we are just the right size. We have about 1,500 students in total and also an 11-to-1 student-teacher ratio. What's nice in having a smaller university is that you never fall through the cracks, whether that's academically or spiritually. And then last but not least, although we are a smaller college, our percentage rate of getting jobs a year out of graduation is 96%. And that's because of our internships, our ministries, and also our on-campus and off-campus events that we have our students involved in. This is great in the fact that when you graduate, you have a full resume with a ton of things that you do during your time here at Cairn. The application process, we also are rolling admissions, so you can apply either through Common App or through our website. The difference between Common App is the fact that that will go to a few schools that you choose from, and then if you apply on our website, that'll just come to us. And then typically we do recommend that you hand in your SAT or ACT scores, but because we are test optional this year and because of COVID, we do not require those. But something important is the fact that yes, grades are important to us, but also who you are as a person is also very important. We want to make sure that you are a mission fit student for Cairn, and so we pretty much look at the whole person and not just the grades. And then last but not least, kind of your next steps. A good next step, if you think Cairn would be a good fit for you, is to start your application. You can find the online app or Common App on our website. It only takes about 15 minutes to do, so we just need your personal information and then also an essay of your personal testimony with the Lord. And also feel free to contact me if you guys have any questions or want to hear more about Cairn. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you so much, Martha, for telling us a little bit more about Cairn University. Next up, if I could have our representative from Ole Miss University join us.
Hey y'all, my name is Debbie McCain Wesley, and I am representing the University of Mississippi, also affectionately known as Ole Miss. We're located in the northern part of the state of Mississippi in a great college town called Oxford. If you've ever heard of Memphis, Tennessee, we are a little bit over an hour south of Memphis. So a few quick facts about Ole Miss. We were founded in 1848. We are the state's flagship university. We have a student enrollment a little over 23,000. We have a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. Our average class sizes tends to range between 30-35 students in a class. We've been recognized as a Carnegie R1 research institution, and we've also been recognized as having one of the most beautiful college campuses in the country. And I have to say, this spring our tulips are blooming and the campus is quite lovely. So if you're able to visit and travel to Mississippi, we'd love to host you for a campus tour. We also have a number of top nationally ranked programs within our pharmacy school as well as within our School of Accountancy. But our academic overview, we have a lot of undergraduate majors which students can choose to pursue. So courses within our School of Education, within our School of Business, our College of Liberal Arts, our School of Accountancy, Engineering, pharmacy, applied sciences, and we also have a School of Journalism and New Media. So there's a lot for our students to explore and take advantage of. In addition to academic majors, we also have a number of special programs, and this is like an added layer of one's academic experience. So a wonderful honors college. We have a Trent Lott Leadership Institute, Croft Institute for International Studies. If you're interested in studying abroad, we send students to every continent every year for either a semester or for an entire year. We also boast 2 language flagship programs in Chinese and Arabic. So again, a lot that our students are able to be involved in. When they're not working hard in the classroom and studying, they're very actively engaged in the college, life outside of the classroom. We have over 400 clubs and organizations. We have an active Greek life system on our campus as well. Close to about 40% of our students participates in Greek life at Ole Miss. We do require first-year students to live on campus with us. So for 1 year, you'll stay in one of our residential spaces, and there's always something going on in terms of building community and relationships with your classmates. 2 recreational centers, one that has an indoor Olympic-sized swimming pool, and the other a really awesome indoor rock climbing wall, and then a number of traditions for our students to just make them more a part of Ole Miss. In terms of athletics, we are part of the Southeastern Conference. We're actually the second smallest school within the SEC. We're Division I institution with 16 men's and women's athletic teams, and a lot of spirited camaraderie that is centered around that. Again, we're located in Oxford. I describe it as a charming, sophisticated, town. It's like the quintessential college town, and it blends beautifully with our campus community. With regards to financial aid at Ole Miss, close to 80% of our students receive some type of financial assistance to be there. We offer both need-based aid as well as academic merit awards. This is a listing of our academic scholarships for non-resident students, a 25 on the ACT, 1200 SAT, automatic scholarship money. The higher the score, the higher the amount, and we do super score. With regards to the application timeline, we're on rolling admissions, so you can apply using the Ole Miss application or applying using the Common App. We typically open our institutional app over the summer, like July 1. We have students who are excited and gearing to go and submitting their applications for admissions to us. And we'll also be in touch after that with regards to housing application and just making sure that you're taking care of all of those kind of next steps to further connect you to our campus. As I mentioned earlier, we certainly would love for you to come and visit us. We are welcoming visitors to our campus in person. So you would have an opportunity to sit in on an information session that's led by one of our admissions representatives, and to have a campus tour that's led by one of our current students. So it will give you that opportunity to listen firsthand about what their experiences are like. You'll be able to see the classroom spaces, see the lab spaces, as well as just familiarize yourself more with what it means to be at Ole Miss and what our students do. 6 months after graduation, they're leading. They're either working, in their particular field of study, and or they're pursuing higher advanced degrees. And I should also mention that all 50 states and the District of Columbia and over 90 countries are represented on our campus as well. So there's a lot that students bring to Ole Miss, but there's also a lot that they gain once they get there, in making lifelong friendships and relationships, and really being prepared to lead, in the future in terms of their areas of study and what they feel, most passionate about. Should you have any additional questions, this is my contact information here, Debbie McCain Wesley, my email address and phone number, but you can also find this information on our website. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, Debbie, for sharing a little bit more about Ole Miss. If I could have a representative from Arizona State University join us next.
All right, hello everyone. Hopefully my screen share worked. Looks like we're ready to go. Just a reminder for you all, if you do have questions for any of the reps, now that we're just over halfway, feel free to use the Q&A feature on Zoom, and we are all here to answer questions for you all. So please don't be shy. Let us know what questions you have. But my name is Kristen Burrell, and I'm actually the Colorado admissions counselor at ASU. And I work with students from lots of other states throughout the US. We have students from all 50 states in over 136 countries at ASU. And we do have assigned admission representatives for students from pretty much all over the world. So we are here to help and tell you about what life is like as a Sun Devil. So I will do my best in the next 6 minutes to cover as much information as I can. So I understand it has been difficult for students to come and visit campus in person. And so here's just kind of a brief overview of our multiple campuses. If you have not been to the Phoenix area or to any of our campus locations, ASU is a bit unique in that we have multiple campus locations, not only throughout the state of Arizona, but even through the Phoenix metro area. We have these 4 what I kind of call our 4 main campuses in the Phoenix Metro. Typically, when students think about ASU, they think of our Tempe campus. That is what tends to be kind of the traditional ASU campus. That is our very large campus with over 51,000 total students. You can see here the size, average class size, student to faculty ratio at each campus as well. Even at our very large Tempe campus, the student to faculty ratio is still 20:1. So we do really pride ourselves on being able to have smaller class sizes even at our largest campus location. Downtown Phoenix campus is, you guessed it, right in the heart of downtown Phoenix, which is currently the 5th largest city in the US. And then we have 2 maybe smaller campus locations that are much more community feel to them. And that is Polytechnic Campus in Mesa, Arizona, and West Campus in Glendale. So those are both around, give or take, 5,000 students total. All of these campuses, though, are self-sustaining. So they're kind of divided based on your major or your academic college. We have about 400 majors at Arizona State. If you go to this link listed here at the top, asu.edu/degrees, that will allow you to search for all of our majors. You'll see what campus location the major is housed at. You can view all of the career outcomes and really all the in-depth information for each of our degrees. While your admission rep, like myself, knows a lot about ASU, we might not know the specifics on all 400 or so majors that we have to offer. So certainly you can get a lot of information here, and we're happy to help and collect information for you as well. One of my favorite features on our website and on that degree search tool that we have is what is shown here called a major map. So this is an example for the Sustainability Bachelor of Science major map. If you go to the website that I just mentioned, asu.edu/degrees, and you type in the majors that you might be interested in, it will show you a major map of required courses that you would have to take all 4 years at ASU in order to earn, like for this example, the sustainability degree. So this is just a little screen grab that shows you term 1. Here are the 5 classes or so that you would be taking fall semester of your freshman year. It'll show you the minimum grade, the number of semester hours, and it'll give you notes as well on starting to do mock interviews or maybe have an internship this semester. So this is a really cool tool to help you confirm or not whether or not a major that we offer is going to be a good fit for you. No matter where you all attend college or university, it's really important to get involved right away and to really build your community. We have well over 1,000 different clubs and organizations on campus. We have different residential colleges as well. So students are living in a residential college that matches your academic college. So if you come to ASU in the College of Business, you will live in the Business Residential College. If you're an engineering student, you live with engineering students in the Engineering Residential College. So really whatever college campus you feel the most comfortable and connected at, that is where you will be the most successful. And it's our job as admission representatives to help you find that fit and that place that you're going to be happy and you're going to be successful. And getting involved inside and outside of the classroom is hugely important in making sure that college is going to be a good fit for you. We have one of the nation's top honors programs at ASU. It's called Barrett, the Honors College. I would encourage you to attend a virtual session. They have live hosted virtual sessions very frequently throughout the week. So you can meet with Barrett staff and Barrett students to learn a little bit more. But all of our students, no matter what major you have, no matter what campus location you are at, you are eligible to apply to Barrett. So this will give you a breakdown of Barrett by the numbers. It's about 7,400 students total across our campuses. So when we think about how large ASU is, this is really an opportunity for students to have a very small academic experience, but still have all of the amenities of attending a Division I, Pac-12, large Research I institution. So this all sounds appealing. So how do you become an ASU Sun Devil? This is our admission requirements here. We have what we call assured admission. So if you meet these requirements, if you take these 16 core classes and then meet one of those gold criteria on the right, congratulations, we want you to be a Sun Devil. Lastly, scholarships. Don't rule out out-of-state options because they're out of state. A lot of us will have very generous scholarships, merit-based or departmental, that we are happy to work with you and really try to make our out-of-state options affordable for you all. So here's my email. I will stick around and answer questions in the Q&A. And thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great evening.
Thanks so much, Kristen, for talking to us a little bit more about Arizona State University. And I do want to reiterate what she said about the Q&A feature. So if you guys want to ask questions to our reps right now, feel free to use it right now. With that being said, I'll turn it over to our Lawrence Tech representative.
Thank you so much for having me. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you can see my slide here. So my name is Spencer Manson. I am the admissions advisor at Lawrence Tech. We are located in Southfield, Michigan. This is a picture of our campus right here. And there's some more information on this next slide right here if it wants to share. I'm trying to make sure we're on the right slide here. Yeah, so Lawrence Tech, like I said, located in Southfield, Michigan, about 25 minutes north of Detroit. We are a STEM-based institution, and we really focus on an idea of theory and practice, this idea that you're going to be getting the theory in your classroom aspects, and then the practice is going to be in our state-of-the-art labs with that hands-on space. 11 student faculty ratio, 17 students per class size, and our lab sizes are very focused too, where you're going to have small groups in there as well. 100 academic programs, we're going to get there in a bit, and then some of our statistics all around the bottom there. Just some key numbers about Lawrence Tech: 3,000 students, 43 different states, 40 different countries, 30,000 alumni worldwide. So for being a smaller university and private school, we do have a large amount of students across the globe that have graduated from Lawrence Tech from our 4 colleges I mentioned: architecture and design, arts and sciences, business and IT, and then engineering as well. We have multitudes of majors throughout these programs here. College of Arts and Sciences is full of everything from nursing to pre-med, pre-dental, pre-law, chemistry. If you see anything with a double asterisk, that's a major where you can get a bachelor's and a master's degree in kind of one fall swoop. So you'll be able to get that there, and you'll be able to get it within 6 years. So we have that for computer science, architecture, and our architectural engineering program as well. We also have things like technological humanities and media communications. Then architecture and design is what we're most known for. We are the #1 architecture school in Michigan. About half of Michigan's architects are from Lawrence Tech. And then we are one of the largest architecture schools in the country. So again, the double asterisk there for that bachelor's and master's, everything as well from industrial design, transportation design, game design. And these are all studio based. So we're going to have you actually inside of a studio. And it's going to be full of a ton of different students from our architecture and design program. And the whole goal of that is to be that you can kind of see what other students are doing. You can kind of gather other ideas from other students, work together, collaborate, really in a setting that you're going to kind of feel similarly to the job that you're going to be getting. You're going to be in an area where you'll be able to work with other students and work with other people and kind of bounce ideas of each other and really build a cultural environment there. College of Business and IT is our next one. Obviously full of 2 programs. It's got College of Business and it's got IT. So those are going to be really cool because you're going to have a industry mentor and a faculty mentor, 2 people that can really connect you with it to industry while you're there and really get you that experience that you need. We have one of the highest accreditations you can get in university. We're accredited by the AACSB. And so that's something that we really pride ourselves on. Only 5% of universities in the world have that accreditation. And then what we've been founded on for almost 100 years is the College of Engineering. So mechanical engineering, chemical, computer, electrical, industrial, we're all over the board. This is where we really start to see our theory and practice shine because you're going to be in lab spaces. Freshman year, you're going to be taking Intro to Engineering, which covers all of these different engineering programs. And what it's really going to do is it's going to help you figure out what program is right for you. And then from there, you can dive right into your major. It's direct entry into your program for all of our colleges here. And you'll be able to really start to shine right off the bat. Tons of ways to get experience, as I said, outside of the labs. You have senior projects, Quest projects. Those are just senior projects of arts and science students, undergraduate research, labs and studios, and real world applications. We have students going all across the globe doing different work. And we have them working in Southfield, in Michigan, and in other countries, just showcasing the work that they've done. We have an honors program as well you can apply to once you've applied to Lawrence Tech. And as I said, you'll take classes in your major freshman year. These are our admissions process parts. If you've already been accepted, that's great. But if you haven't been accepted, we take the Common App and we take our application on our website. In that one, you can get a fee waiver code if you email me at the end. We are not requiring SAT or ACT scores for this year or next year. We're test optional just because students haven't had the chance to take it. And we're really going to be taking account your grade trends and curriculum and things when we go into recalculating your GPA. Scholarships, every student will get reviewed for a merit scholarship. For you guys being from Pennsylvania, you are going to be getting an outside state scholarship that just gets automatically added on top of your merit scholarship. So it's a nice plus. We also have first row back scholarships. We have full ride scholarships in our Donley, in our Buell, and then some other opportunities there. And then we have a really large on-campus presence that you can join one of our multitude of organizations. Also, if you're interested in sports, we have a lot of those as well. So we are part of the NAIA, the ACHA. There are scholarships available for those. And we are adding a cheer team, esports, and a couple different options for our track field to just make it more broadened for our students who are interested in those fields. Outside of that, here is some of our statistics that kind of showcases, the national recognition that we get. It takes forever to fill those loads. I'm just going to let those skip through. But we have lots of different recognitions for our mechanical engineering, game design, our computer science, and also, like I said, architectural engineering. Then our postgraduate success is huge, where you start to see that 92% of our graduates have jobs in their field at time of graduation. Average starting salary is $57,000 a year, and the alumni salaries are some of the highest in the nation. We are doing on-campus visits, but since y'all are out of state, we have virtual tours and virtual presentations for you to join in on. And then if you want more information, you can reach out to me right here. I am the Pennsylvania advisor. So like I said, I'll read your application and meet you when you're on campus. But my 6 minutes is done, and I'm going to pass it back to the last school here. So thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Spencer, for talking to us a little bit more about Lawrence Tech. Our last school is going to be Slippery Rock University.
Great, thank you. So give me just 1 second to share my screen here. And hopefully everyone can see that. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carla. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions for Multicultural Recruitment and Retention at Slippery Rock University. And we are actually located near Pittsburgh. So we're actually only an hour north of the city, and about 5.5 hours-ish from Philadelphia, 3 hours from Harrisburg. So we are part of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, so commonly known as PACAC. And we're actually the third largest in the system with about 8,800 total student enrollment. So that includes undergrad and graduate students. So we are considered a small to medium-sized public institution. But that being said, our average class size is still about 25 students. Student to faculty ratio is about 21:1. So, it's kind of a smaller school feel with that, big school type of feel from there. Now, in the town itself, it is a small town. I won't lie to you. There's only about 3,000 people in the town. It's very much a college town, kind of that all around feel from typical. Now we have 150 different undergraduate degree programs, kind of ranging, and you can kind of read on the screen a little bit about some of our top majors. So exercise science that feed into like physical therapy, physician assistant, occupational therapy, athletic training. We have accelerated and traditional options into that, and we hold the whole graduate programs on our campus as well. Education, because we were founded as education institution. Psych and criminology are also pretty popular, along with like engineering. We do have 4-year engineering programs, business programs, same accreditations as all of the big schools and all that fun stuff. But we also have really unique majors like dance and music therapy, and recreational therapy, musical theater, kind of name it, you pretty much have it. And our dance program is actually pretty neat, ranks top 20th in the nation. So it's a little bit of different. So you meet a lot of different students from all different backgrounds, just looking for different areas. And then of course, different graduate programs if you're looking at doctoral or even master's degree programs. The nice thing is it's not super overwhelming because it's a nice small size, but it has all of the big school experiences, right? So you can still get involved in plenty of different ways. It has an honors college, just like other institutions, and it has its own honors housing as well on campus. We are D2 in NCAA athletics, and that is a big portion of who we are as a culture on campus. Our football teams actually won conference champions, and so did our women's soccer team. So we're super supportive and happy for them. But we have 17 different NCAA sports and club sports to be involved in, different leadership opportunities, Greek life. If you want to rush, you can do all of that. Pretty much name it, as long as you have it, you can create it from there. And if you don't see it on our list, you can always create one. And you'll see at the bottom, it says like core, and you can actually look online. So if you're looking for something specific that you want to be involved in college, but unsure if we have it or not, you can go from there. There's plenty of different support services. So the beauty of Slippery Rock is that while we are a state system school in PA, we actually have the highest graduation rate and highest retention rate and placement rate within the state system itself. So we are very good at making sure our students get in, get out with a job and have some type of or graduate program if they're lined up to do that. We have some direct admit options for like osteopathic medicine and things like that. So if that's what you're looking for, we definitely have that as well. And it's really because we kind of layer it with all these different things. So living learning communities, I think another institution mentioned it, we also offer that as well. Learning community clusters is where you actually get grouped together with 25 other students who are in the same major as you, and you have the same 2 or 3 classes together just during your freshman year, just so you can get used to noticing the same people and getting to know people from out of state, in state, because even if you have 7 kids coming from the same high school to Slippery Rock, it's going to be a nice big school or field type. So it's easier to get to know people that way, support services and all that fun stuff. Now housing for us is required for the freshman year only. And we have residential suites, which is where you have like your private bathroom, private kitchenette, traditional hall, or whatever. So it's really up to you where you want to live on campus, if you want to do it according to your college, so honors college or College of Health, Engineering and Science, College of Education. If you just want to have your own roommate, if you know someone who's coming to Slippery Rock, doesn't matter. You have a lot of opportunities to kind of choose. We have 7 different kinds of suites, and students have complete control over which kind of suite they want to live in and what kind of room they want to live in. So if you want a 4-person suite, an individual bathroom looking over the football field, you can do that. So you can kind of range. So it brings a lot of liberty to students, which a lot of students can appreciate once they're trying to pick their own housing. Freshmen can have a car on campus. It is $25 for the academic school year. It's probably the cheapest you'll ever see. So it's kind of nice. And then that'll be the same throughout that. Now for PA students, hopefully you're under the second column here, but there's 2 different types of totals for the 2 different types of housing. We do like to be transparent about what we cost, just so you have an idea of what you're looking at. So for the suites, which is a private room, just you and another person, shared bathroom, kitchenette, all of that. Tuition, fees, room, board, everything included minus books and parking for 1 full academic school year. You're looking at about $21,000 for 1 school year, and that includes everything, obviously. Of course, not including scholarship opportunities. And the biggest thing is that we ask students to really apply prior to December 1st of their senior year to be considered for the most amount of merit aid from there. And then, of course, there's other different scholarship opportunities, whether that be need-based, diversity, honors, donor, just things that you're involved in from there. And then application, high school transcripts, all that fun stuff. We do have our visits on campus as well, so you can sign up online. And of course, my information, so you can take that down if you like and ask any questions. But thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Carla. And thank you for talking to us a little bit more about what Slippery Rock University has to offer. With that being said, I'd like to turn it over to all of our presenters and do a quick Q&A so you guys can get a better feel of what their answers and advice are for throughout this process. So I'll start off with our first representative from Full Sail University. And the first question to go is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
So the college search process is definitely an exciting time, and there are a lot of schools out there. So my advice, just to keep it simple, is to just be open-minded. You may go to or end up going to the school that's right in your backyard, and that might be the perfect fit, or you may go from Pennsylvania over to California or Hawaii or abroad or something like that. So just keep an open mind and really try to focus on which school you go to. Make sure that the program that you are choosing is going to get you to where you want in a career.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Emily. Can we have our representative from Cairn University join us?
Yes, so kind of going off of that, I would definitely say look at all different types of schools and colleges and see what best fits you. I've had students look at anywhere from 15 to 2 colleges, so definitely feel free to just look around, take your time. There's really no rush, and knowing what you want is really important when narrowing down your colleges.
Absolutely, yeah. Options are really important. Is there anything else to add from our representative from Ole Miss?
Certainly, in addition to what you've already heard, I would encourage you to take advantage of utilizing us. We, are hired by our universities and our colleges to assist you. So with questions that you have, and you may think that's like, oh, this is, question is ridiculous. It doesn't matter. Reach out to us. It's our job to assist you through this process. We're looking at your applications, reading and reviewing them. Who better to be in contact with than us? So definitely take advantage of the college representatives.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Debbie. Next up, if I could have our representative from Arizona State University.
Sure. Well, I was gonna do the whole get to know your admissions counselor. So you beat me to it, Ole Miss. But I think another piece of advice would be, once you get to know us as your admission reps, maybe keep an Excel document or a Google Doc or something so that you can stay organized. A lot of schools have talked about different deadlines. We've talked about different scholarship opportunities. Maybe there's important deadlines for scholarships. Maybe there's, deadlines for applying to an academic program or an honors college or whatever it might be. So just try and stay organized and be kind of on the front end of that. And as you get to know your rep, ask questions and things that will help you stay organized and ultimately will help you narrow down whichever college is going to be the best fit for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristen. And that is really sane advice, talking about how much is going on throughout this process. So thank you for that. Next up, we'll have our representative from Lawrence Tech.
Yeah, so you just tell my students you need to have the school that you're looking at fit in 3 ways: academically, financially, and you have to like the school. And so with all those things, I just tell my students, don't settle for a school. Pick the school that's right for you. Financially, we can make things work. Academically, pick the program that you want to go into. And then don't pick a school because your parents went to it or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or someone went there. Go where you want to go. We can make everything work, and you have to go there for 4 years. So make sure the place that you're choosing is the right one for you.
Absolutely. Putting yourself first. That's really important to consider as well. And last but not least, if we could have a representative from Slippery Rock University.
Yeah, I really kind of echo what everyone really said. And it's really just a matter of finding your new home, but utilizing your admissions counselors as, your advocate. We're really just here to help you. And I always say that we're the Office of Admissions, not of denial, right? We're looking for ways to make this work for you. So it's really just a matter of communicating with us. If it is financial and this is your dream school, whatever it may be, let us know, and maybe we can, try to see what else is out there. If there's other ways, what is it really going to make the difference for you? But this is your process, your home. So you really want to own it and go through that. And we're really just here to help you as much as we can from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Carla. So we have time for about one more question, and I do want to give all the reps enough time to answer this because this is a really fun one, thinking about what life is on campus. So if I could have our representative again from Full Sail University join us and just tell us, what is your favorite event or tradition that happens on campus?
Sure. Our favorite event, or my favorite event and tradition, is all tied in one. It's our Hall of Fame celebration. It's a week-long kind of homecoming at Full Sail where we invite all of our alumni back. We celebrate with a big festival, food trucks, events, competitions, and we honor 6 of our graduates that have been out in the industry for at least 10 years and have made a huge impact. So a celebration altogether, and then also to honor success in the industry.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then Cairn University, any traditions that come to mind?
Yes, so this has been about 3rd year that we've had it, but it's called the Gustavus. All of our freshmen, we pretty much have different events, different relays for them to do. We called it organized chaos because it's absolutely crazy, but really fun to see them all get together and get to know each other. Also, it's a good way for them to not miss their families. So it's pretty crazy, but also really fun.
Yeah, shine off those homesick blues are really important. Ole Miss, can you join us for your tradition?
Yeah, actually, a lot of our traditions that happens on campus, it takes place in my Zoom background. So you see this archway, the Walk of Champions. It kind of takes on a totally different personality of this area called the Grove, especially during football season. We take tailgating to a whole nother stratosphere. But a wonderful tradition on game day is when our football players, coaches, individuals connected with the team make their literal Walk of Champions through the Grove on their way to the stadium, but all of our, students, alums that come back for the games. It's just a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And our representative from Arizona State University?
Sure. So on our Tempe campus, we have what's called A Mountain, and it is just a mountain on campus that has a giant gold A on it. And so it's really popular for students and alumni to come back and hike A Mountain. And it actually kind of looks over into the football stadium. Our football stadium is one of the only ones, if not the only one, that's nestled in between two mountains. So you can hike A Mountain and watch football games and see a beautiful skyline of the Phoenix area. And sometimes before a big rivalry game with a school down south in our state, they will try to beat us up there and paint their school colors. And so we actually have a student organization that is kind of the gold crew, and they make sure that the A is always gold, and no schools that are our competitors will get up there and be able to paint it their school colors before any game days. So hiking A Mountain, it's a calf scorcher, but it's great. So if you're on campus or if you decide to attend ASU, certainly I'm sure you will hike it many, many times.
Definitely. Yeah, super fun to hear about that healthy rivalry. If we could have up next, Lawrence Tech.
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest ones is our first year Ignite. It's the first week of campus every single year. And there's concerts, there's outdoor yoga, there's just a bunch of food celebrations and cultural celebrations. It's just a nice way to kind of welcome everybody back, get everybody together, and just kind of get this nice feeling of what it is to be a Blue Devil. And so we just take that time to, I guess, celebrate the new year. Even though summer's about to end, students still have that excitement in them, and they want to see what happens on campus. So it's a great little kickoff for the year.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Spencer. And then last but not least, Slippery Rock. Any traditions that come to mind?
So yeah, we actually have 4 different traditions that kind of happen all year round, but I would say my favorite of them is our Green and White Friday, but it lands on homecoming because the entire university kind of gets decked out in our colors, and everyone is supposed to wear their green and white and kind of show their pride. We have like specially made t-shirts, but all of the organizations have their own tents around campus to just kind of showcase what they're going to do throughout the year. And it's a good time to celebrate like others, our alumni, and kind of welcome that back home and get a good rivalry going against some of our sister schools. So it's a good time.
Awesome. Well, that kind of brings us to the end of this presentation. And I do want to take a chance and thank all the panelists that joined us today and talking about your amazing schools. And again, to the audience as well for joining us and hearing out a little bit about what college can be like for you. And with these closing thoughts, I just want to remind everyone that whenever you close the window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question link to a survey. Just let us know what feedback you have for us, anything that you could provide. Also, there's more sessions to be offered, and feel free to sign up for those additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to access this session as a recording by visiting stripescan.com/Pennsylvania. With that being said, I just want to thank everyone and have a great day.